Thomas. He's the president of the National Reining Horse Association, so he'll be on the sidelines here cracking the whip.
Well, I think so. And this horse, very good form to its name too. 2010 Open Reining Australian Champion Show, a winner there, and also a winner at the 2010 Open Non-Pro Reining Show.
I mentioned 2 judges, you know, and these guys better perform because they're both women judges, Susan Camperman from Queensland and a visiting judge from the United States, Jane Pruitt-Bagley. They're hard markers.
They certainly are. As you can see, Warren just performing his final slide here, and this is really make it or break it. An excellent slide to finish off there.
And an outstanding score. He's in front, 142.5 for Warren Backhouse and Doc's Fancy Roy.
Well, that certainly is a massive score. That's going to be one to beat, I think, today.
Martin Larkham returns. Smart like smart. How smart is this horse?
This is a very, very good horse and a great horse for the future. Owned by another rider that was at the World Equestrian Games, Warwick Schiller.
10-year-old sorrel stallion, this one. 2008 Country Open champion, and in the United States a futurity finalist in competition there. That's outstanding.
It certainly is, and with this rider on board, this is definitely a combination to watch today. Martin Larkham, as they say, is the rain man of reining in this country.
Well, he'll want to be on his mettle here because Warren Backhouse is running first and second in the competition at the moment with his 2 horses, Doc's Fancy Roy and Terminator Whiz. The pressure is on Martin.
Well, if there's a guy to beat Warren today, I suspect it could be Martin, especially with a slide like that.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Look at him, Martin. Really noticeable for how relaxed he is in the saddle. He just looks like he's just barely there. Oh, that's a fantastic final slide.
Judges have got to be impressed with this. Score's about to go up. 143 competition lead.
Wow, there you go, Martin Larkham. A new leader. Certainly there'll be one to chase. And I think that, speaking to Martin, this horse here is certainly one to watch. Cameron Halliwell with OP finally done it.
Finally done it. 8-year-old mare Palomino. Gosh, a nice looking horse.
Certainly is. This is a lovely horse. Only a small horse, 14.2 hands high. Horses in the reining competition smaller than you might find in other equestrian pursuits.
Should point out too, Cameron's the only non-pro rider in this event. In fact, he was the winner of the 2008 non-pro Derby Championship.
Well, he divides his time between his reining and his pine shaving and sawdust business over in Chichura.
So, local man, plenty of support too from the fans in the stands here. Here he comes, the big slide.
Well, there's nothing like the slides to get the fans going. Certainly has been a lot of atmosphere here in the arena today. I think the fans in Melbourne really enjoying the reining display today.
Needs to produce something special here to impress the judges if he's going to threaten the front runners in the competition at the moment. Will it be enough? Not quite. 137.5. Big effort though for an amateur rider.
Certainly is. Now back into the arena, riding his 3rd horse in this competition is Warren Backhouse and Shiny and New.
Oh, weight of numbers. Gosh, Warren's got something on his side, hasn't he?
He certainly does. Now this is a very impressive horse, and that mane is something to be noted, I would think, Gary.
Well, it's a US import, had a very impressive show record in the United States before coming to Australia. 5-year-old sorrel stallion, big future ahead of it.
Certainly is, and I think you can tell by the look on Martin Larkham's face that he's a little bit concerned about this combination.
This horse looks like it came straight from the hairdresser's salon.
It's got a very good perm there. And you see he's putting in an excellent display so far. Yeah. Martin, understandably chewing his fingernails there. Always tense watching one of the final competitors to go when you're holding the lead in a competition like this.
Well, tense, I can tell you what. Owner of this horse, Deborah Segurin, is tense as well.
I think so, and this could be the final move that really decides this competition, and it's very, very well done.
So, is it a winning manoeuvre here for Warren Backhouse? Oh, is it ever? I don't believe it. 143 points apiece. It's a tie.
We probably had some of the more fancied horses, I would imagine. You know, Warren always turns up with a trailer load of pretty competitive horses. So anytime you go to a horse show and Warren's there, you know that, you know, he's more than likely going to be one that you have to get around. I
guess the thing that worried me the most was the surface and whether I could get enough done to put the same score down or hopefully a bigger score than Martin. But no, I wasn't anxious. I knew the horse's capabilities and I knew that he could get the job done. So I was pretty confident with him, put it that way.
Outstanding competition and a fitting result.
Well, certainly dominated by Warren Backhouse and Martin Larkham, the teammates from the World Equestrian Games in Kentucky.
Here's the interesting news. The owner of Shiny and New, Warren Backhouse's equal winning mount, Deborah Seguin, has donated her half of the prize money, $7.5 grand, to breast cancer research.
And they flipped a coin for the saddle.
And Warren won that.
In between competitions like the reining that we've just seen and the dressage that's coming up shortly, there are plenty of educational clinics being held at Equitana, and the horsemanship clinic is being hosted by an Australian legend, Ian Francis. Ian started training horses as a necessary part of life on an Australian station. Now imparting his passion with others is where much of his energy is spent, and his love for his trade is infectious. The biggest benefit of having Ian Francis on hand at Equitana is the chance for the audience to ask questions and have one of the world's most highly respected horsemen provide the answers.
Coming up, the power of the horse and the power of music in Dressage Grand Prix Freestyle.